Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're taking a look at Schedule 1. A little bit behind the ball on this one, I must admit, but I fancied a change from doing all my bloody RPGs I've been doing recently. So Schedule 1, a friend recommended it to me. I had heard it was a good game, I just never really picked it up. And yes, I'm happy to confirm, it is a good game, and it smashed in Assassin's Creed Shadows, which made me happy in a very certain area of my body. Because I detest Ubisoft. Yes. But let us be clear. Schedule 1 is a game by one guy, Tyler, of Tyler Video Game Studios. Creative, but fair enough. And that guy must be rolling in it. Jesus Christ. I mean, one guy makes a game, sells, I think, millions by now. Millions of copies. At like 20, well, it was £20 for me, I don't know what, I think it's $20, I think it was like £16-17 for me. So that's a big chunk of change even when Steam takes their cut, so well done on that guy. Living the dream, oh god, I'm only terribly jealous. But, so what is Schedule 1? Schedule 1 is basically a drug dealing simulator, not the drug dealing simulator of Drug Dealing Simulator. That's its name, Drug Dealing Simulator, because I think they were a bit upset that Tyler managed to create something that stomped their game into the ground and are trying to perhaps take legal action, I've heard. But I don't think they're going to get anywhere because a lot of the stuff that they're addressing in their sort of complaint is similar across the genre and not just between the two games. So I don't think they're going to get anywhere, and good. They don't deserve to, bastards. And they're getting a bit of backlash as well for being twats, so that's fair enough, isn't it? we like it when twats get the backlash. So you start out in Schedule 1 as doing some deliveries from your uncle, whom you're living with, and you have an RV, not dissimilar, obviously, to a certain TV show's RV. And you get raided by the cops and you drive the RV out of there with your dad's grow roof and his marijuana plants. And then you go to the city, you make contact with your uncle, you go back to the RV, and oh no, some bastard's blown it up. So you have to start pretty much from scratch. Your uncle has a few dead drops in the city to get you some money to buy shit. And then you rent a hotel room and start growing and dealing drugs from it. The gameplay itself is definitely on a loop. It's got a lot in common with those sort of casual games I like House Flipper and Lawnmower Simulator and stuff like that. It's got that sort of thing to it, but there's a bit more to it this time. So obviously you grow your drugs, so you get your grow booth, you get your soil, you put your soil in the pot, you bury your seed and you give it a watering, and then it grows. And you take a trimmer and you pluck it off, and there's your marijuana. And then you have to bag it up, and so you can sell it, and then you go around. You can put what you're selling up on your phone, on your little dealer app, and you'll get orders coming, which then you pick when to do it, as in what time of the day. You do get a bonus for doing it after curfew. There's a curfew every night, I believe from 9 till 5. And if you drop off drugs during the curfew, you'll get a 20% bonus, which is pretty cool. I am enjoying the game. I'm not as mad on it as others have been in the past. It is... I don't know, it kind of like... It's when it exceeds that sort of casual, comforting sort of game feel. When it tries to add more in, that it kind of like loses me a little bit. So like when it started adding mixing in, and I'm like, oh, I've got to get these as well now. And I understand why they're doing it, and it's actually pretty funny because some of the effects are quite hilarious, like the Tropic Thunder, where the user of the drug turns black, basically. Obviously a homage to the Robert Downey Jr. character in that movie, but I thought that was quite funny. So yay. So I mean, you sort of get the idea. When you put the ingredients together and the sort of more expensive ingredients, you can make real different blends with real different effects. And you know, you have the base sort of weed that you put in and stuff. So I get it, but I didn't really want to sort of. I had no impetus to try and like min-max the best one. I just got like one with 2 ingredients. I was like, that's reasonable. But I'm well aware you can go up to like 4 or 5 ingredients. So, but I was happy enough with my OG Durkle. So, and you know, I'm making money, and maybe I'm not progressing as fast as some might, but I'm progressing in my own method, shall we say? And I'm done with like delivering in past curfew as well, because there is police in this game, and while they are remarkably stupid and appear to be deaf, you can literally stand behind one, and if he doesn't look at you, he won't know you're there, no matter what. And if he does happen to turn around and he's just in the investigative phase, then you can just go behind him again. So yeah, the police aren't very clever. I was walking along a bridge, and literally a police car ran me over past curfew, and I just ran away. So yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but they do become particularly effective when they're stood right by where you need to drop off the drugs. So even if you can get like out of the way, out of the vision cone of the police behind a tree or something, and still in range of the guy that you're dealing with, he will not have it. He will not deal, because the police are right there, which I can understand, but it's no good for me if I'm trying to drop it off and get money. So you have to sort of like get noticed by the police and then run around until they lose you, and then you go back, and hopefully they haven't come back yet. So it's just a whole lot of hassle, and I wasn't up for it. So there you go. As you move on, you'll unlock more buildings. So you'll move to the upper floor of a Chinese restaurant, a barn, stuff like that. You buy all those with, you have 2 forms of currency really. You have the money in your pocket, cash money, and the money in the bank account, which is obviously your more legitimate stuff. So you go to an ATM when you start off to put money from your pocket into your bank account. So you use that to buy things from shops, and you use the money to pay for more illicit things. You will later on buy businesses in which to launder money after it starts really coming in, and you will pick up dealers who you will just keep supply with your product, and they will go out and sell for you. So you will get to the point where you're just making the stuff, and then as you progress, you'll actually hire cooks and botanists, people like that. And I can't remember the name, but they're like stock boys where they just move shit around, just to keep all the processes going. And then all you basically doing is sitting back and watching the money roll in, which is pretty cool. You can get in trouble with the police. You can find a baseball bat for free early on and give them a twatting. They will step up with their aggression as you resist arrest, and go to tasers, and finally to firearms, and they will kill you. You can also buy firearms, but I mean, because the police are so dumb, I don't really have a problem. They are out during the day as well, but they'll only do a body search, and that has an interesting mechanic where you can hide one thing at a time. So it basically goes through your inventory bar. You can see them searching through, so you click and hold on something to hide it, but you can only hide one thing at a time. So as long as you spread your drugs out, you can hide them as it goes along, and hide them both and not get caught. But it's just another complication, and if you stay away from the police, then it doesn't really come through. The only real trouble I've had in terms of getting biffed was when I offered to sell some drugs to one of my regular clients, and for some reason she got arsey with me when I went to get them from my apartment and started attacking me. So I beat her up with the baseball bat and then left her in a dumpster. I don't think she was dead, but I'm sure she wasn't dead because I've sold to her since then. But yeah, she was not particularly impressed in that instance, so I dealt with her in a very Sean Connery manner, I think. But it is a great game, and you do move up, so you do methamphetamines and cocaine, and there's you obviously you have to do the chemistry on the meth and crack it apart and all that, you know. So there are more little mini games, and the good thing about the mini games is you never really spend an enough time doing them all at once to like get bored. So, oh yes, okay, I'm planting seeds, it's all the same. Oh yes, I'm packaging bags, it's all the same. But you never do it for long enough that you get bored of it, which I think is very clever and is a very well balanced thing that Carl has done there. So hats off to him again. And there's a lot to get through, but really there's no end game content. I mean, you'll get through, you'll get things, you can buy like cars and stuff, but really, pro tip, the golden skateboard is clearly the way to go. It's faster than almost anything in the game. Okay, you don't have the carrying capacity, you just have what you can carry. So if you're moving a lot of shit from like one building to another, that can be a little bit meh, and you might want to buy the van only for that purpose. But like the skateboard's faster than most of the other shit, you carry it, you can sling it down, and it's $1,500, whereas like the cars are obviously, I don't even think I've looked at the price of the cars really. I would imagine thousands though, so I would strongly recommend getting the skateboard and then maybe the van if you want to move something like a load of gear from one hideout to another. So yeah, there's that. But I get the feeling that like once you've bought all the properties and bought all the laundering places, and you could sit there and unlock every combination of weed and drugs and all of that. But I just don't. I think you'll get to the point where there's just so much money coming in, you're not really bothered about anything. You bought everything you wanted to buy, and that'll be pretty much it. And you're just like, well, what now? Well, hopefully that's where Carl comes in and expands the games or gives us a sequel. But you will take a while to get there, for sure. I did. So I think, certainly for the price, it's a great game. It will last you long enough. But I don't think this would be something that I'm going to put hundreds of hours into. I think maybe 40, 50. Sort of like a one playthrough on a reasonable sized RPG. And, depending on your efficiency, I suppose you could take, if you stumble across like the most efficient mix of flavorings for your drugs, the toppings perhaps we could call them, and do all the 20% and like really get your arse in gear at the start and know all the shortcuts, then I suspect you do it a lot quicker than that. Because money's not hard to come by when you're selling drugs. It's funny that. It probably explains why so many people does that. But yeah, schedule. I want to call it section or session one. I just can't keep schedule one in my head. I don't know why. It's my old brain being old, I suspect. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's cheap, it's fun, it'll last you a fairly long time. And like, let's get Carl his 15th Ferrari. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all for this week. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time.